What is going on, you lunatics? I hope you're having a great morning. My name is Bleeves. I'm here to talk to you about Terra Luna Classic and what's going on in the ecosystem. We're going to get an update on some price action. We're going to talk about the whys of why it's moving up, why it's moving down, what exactly is going on after this short intro. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast.
All right, guys, if you're not an American, then it shouldn't matter to you, but it does have to matter to you. The Fed is meeting today, and they're the people that set the interest rate prices for the federal government and for the markets in general. And a live update is expected at 13:30 hours Eastern Standard Time. That's 12:30 Central, as the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, head, will take the stand, basically, and promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Expected to raise their rates by a quarter of a point, which will allow this market to continue pushing to the upside. Now, if we get this and we get a non-hawkish push, then the next move is 25,000. And guys, if you're not looking at Bitcoin and not seeing what's going to happen when it gets to 25,000, then you might not be paying attention to the markets, because it's going to get crazy if Bitcoin hits 25,000, passes the 50 and the 200 EMA all at once. There's a convergence at 25,000. If this happens, things are going to get crazy. Now, price action over here, you can see there's just not been a whole lot of enthusiasm in the market in general. In the last 24 hours, you saw this enormous spike when there was a repeg proposal. There was Binance making a statement. There's a few things that have moved this market along just a little bit, but nothing has really pulled us above any of these. We need some enthusiasm, right? So we're trading at 1684 right now, bouncing again, just continuing up this little trend line here off of this support. Now, the good part is, as long as we continue with this trend line, then it's a constant stream of upward momentum, minting higher lows, which is the important part. And when you kind of zoom out here and you kind of get an idea of what's going on, then you will see that there is a wedge pattern that's been formed. Now, what I did is I took mine and I moved it a little bit out because I didn't believe in the trend line there. I did think that the trend line was on this outward sort of path over here, and that this little area here was not representative. That was an outlier move right there, so that we were probably along the lines. And as you can see right here, what we predicted over here did play out accordingly. This line is being respected at this point. So I think that's some confirmation of where we are. But onto USTC, we'll talk about that for just a second. Now, we did get the pump that I've been telling you was going to happen all this time. You can see it down here with the money flow. Money flow came roaring in. Again, USTC being taken off of the warning list for Binance. That was a big deal that started this big upward move. And it hit our, look, I've been telling you for a long time that this wedge pattern, we were going to bust into one more time. And of course we did, but it was not nearly what we wanted to see. I was hoping that we were going to get that kind of move up here, which would have taken it into 3.5 cents, maybe even push it up to 4 or 5 cents at that point. But now we've got a little bit of work to do. But here's the other part. This is a wedge pattern that came off of this downward sort of move. It is entirely possible that this breaks to the upside and we start to see something. We're just waiting for an announcement on the repeg. And when you come over here and you look at the Ziggy UST repeg, you're looking at 55% for, 36% against, and we haven't reached a quorum yet, but it ends in 5 days. So in 2 days, 222 billion have voted. Now, is that enough? The answer to that is, look, I think everybody's kind of considering this proposal because it does overall make some dramatic changes. Is it the best for business is the question. And we're not really sure if that is the best for business or not. By the way, I'm sitting on $90 worth of USTC right now, waiting to flip that back into more Luna Classic, because I don't think that USTC is the future. I think Luna Classic is the future. So back over here to the government proposal. That passed threshold to cease payments on Jacob Gadikian did go through. So yeah, that's to basically abstain was the order of the day. So yeah, look, say what you will about the guy, but I think he's offered to leave, and that's about the best you can hope for in this situation. Not calling him good, bad, or indifferent. But let's move on. The volume down to 91 million again as the market settles. 1 billion in overall volume USTC. Massive amounts of trading volume at $55 million. But the market cap still down a little bit, 235 million. So we'll see how this plays out. And then finally, max cap of Luna Classic. This is a new proposal. Hasn't made it yet to the governance. We haven't really seen anything here to show that it is out yet, but this is the next one. A constrained pool to ensure Luna Classic can never have more than 2 trillion supply. They misspelled Dan, which that's not good. But somebody is willing to put this up and say that the remaining supply could never be more than 2 million. Now, that doesn't affect anything at this point. But here's the thing. If you reduce the supply from what we have right now, which is basically 7 trillion, just reduce it down to 2 trillion, then you're not fixing anything. All you're doing is minimizing the amount of remaining tokens. It doesn't increase the value because it would just divide it a little bit differently. And the amount of tokens that you have right now in this situation, let's say you have 10 million tokens. If you're reducing it by a factor of 70%, then you would have 3 million tokens, but they would have the exact same value that they had before. There would be no difference. So this doesn't solve anything. This is just one of those simple things where somebody came up with what they thought was a great idea. It's not that great an idea. Reducing the supply in an unnatural fashion does not end well. Okay, this does not end well. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you about this one, but I would not be in favor of it. So let's move on. All right, guys, that's your wrap up for the day. Keep being a lunatic. Just have a little patience. Let the Fed do their thing today. Maybe we'll see a nice little pump come out of this. And then maybe we'll see an announcement about USTC. We'll get some real news, some real information. When we do that, then there's going to be some big moves, and it'll be super nice to see that happen. It's not financial advice. My name's Bleeves. I am always right, and we will talk to you again soon.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I want to be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to